Hey, so it's Matty Ice again. I just started watching back my first video and realized I talk about this being a state of wrestling little video, and all I really talked about was WWE. I mean, I hit on all the shows, I think, just a little bit, but I didn't say anything about AEW. I was hoping for more from AEW. They promised a lot more. They have very good highs, but their lows are very, very low. Their women's division is pretty terrible at the moment. You have about three women that I care about, and that's maybe it. Um, Britt Baker is. We'll see where this goes. I haven't watched last night's episode yet. I usually watch it 2 3 days later if I'm lucky. I might splice it together and watch it over 4 or 5 nights because I just before I pass out at the end of the day. Um, but I do think that I mean they're, I want more from them. They're not they're not going anywhere. They've got enough people there that are going to hold it together. Jeff Cobb, who I've heard things about from I think Ring of Honor, showed up last night. You've got guys there: Jericho, Moxley, Rhodes. Oh goodness, Adam Page, the Young Bucks, who I think are overrated. They're not even a top 10 tag team in the world. I think they do flips. Again, back to the thing I said about flips. They could do that. Um, Even the Lucha Brothers, I think, are better than them. Lucha Brothers, I feel like, have a little bit more of a personality. The Young Bucks are just pricks that can flip and do shit off the top rope. Melter driver. How freaking ironic is that? But I do think that they have plenty of room to grow. I mean they shouldn't have come out here with A+ stuff right off the bat because then they would all have nowhere to go but down. So I think it is good that they have room to grow. They are building these young guys. That right now the guys that are at the top are guys that we know from WWE and other places for the last 10 years or more. Jericho's been a wrestler for 30 years now, just about. But I do think they have plenty of potential. Um, I haven't watched enough. I don't pay the $50 or $60 to watch a pay-per-view. I won't pay that in a couple weeks. Um, I'll watch highlights. I'll see stuff on Twitter. I just don't have the time right now, or I have the financial flexibility to do that. So let me know what you think about AEW. I know there's plenty of people on here that are. It's one of those. It's like a freaking political debate. It's one way or the other. No one's like wishy-washy. Uh, I tend to be a little bit more wishy-washy with a lot of things. I kind of just let wrestling come to me and enjoy it as it is. I don't have, despite the videos that I'm posting today, I usually don't have too much of a strong opinion one way or the other. It's entertainment. I don't overanalyze things too often. If something pisses me off, like the John Cena thing, I will mention it. I will say it. Or if I just don't care about somebody, I'll tell my friends in person that I talk to, but I don't need to like bash them out loud or anything like that because these are people trying to do their best. Not everybody likes me. If they don't like me, they'll just ignore me or defriend me, or they won't talk to me. That's fine. I don't get feeling the need to bash people if you're if you have different thoughts or opinions, or if you just don't like their work. Just like there was somebody I followed on Twitter that posted a video of or a picture of her that she had killed like a deer, or I don't even know what it was. It was in response to something else, but that's not my thing, so I just unfollowed her. It wasn't important. She's not a friend of mine. I've never met her. Just someone I started following because she was funny with sports information, and that's really what I do on Twitter. I follow people with wrestling facts, wrestling rumors ish, and sports facts because I'm a huge sports guy, huge fantasy football guy. So that's what I want to watch, and that's what I want to get out of Twitter. Um, Today's a little bit more different. I mean, we'll see. It has been fun. I will say, like I said before, the last 6 months, there's been a lot of back and forth with a lot of these State of Combat people. And Tommy Wrestling, I think his name is. Also, I think I missed before. If I've missed anybody, I didn't look beforehand. I can't remember. I'm terrible at remembering names like that sometimes. And we haven't had a conversation in like a week, so I don't. A couple here and there, a couple likes and stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to touch base on AEW. I think they're going in the right direction. I think their highs have been really high with Jericho and Moxley and the eye for an eye thing, and Moxley is, I think, a little bit overrated. I love him, but I don't think he's like a savior in any sense of the word. I do like Adam Page, and I like to see where that's going. It's going to be a fun way to see him eventually like break off from the elite, who are overrated. And Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is fine. He's a little bit of a nerd, and he shows that in a lot of his promos. In the ring, he's great, but on the mic, he's a little eh. So There's just a little dabble, little 5-minute thing about AEW. I don't really watch anything else. I'll watch highlights of New Japan. A couple years ago I would watch like a match or two from Wrestle Kingdom, and that's about it. TNA, Ring of Honor, I don't have the time. I have a couple friends that wrestle, as I mentioned before, in local gyms. I used to go to their shows every month. I just don't have the time or the money. And a lot of you are like that too. So you're married with kids, one or the other, or both, and you just don't have the time. All right. Well, again, this has been Matty Ice. I'm out.